Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace and Tamika, heavy on the Scott. Hey Tamika.
Hey Candy, hey everyone, hey chat.
Hey Voracious One. Hey everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend and got the week off to a good start. Had a relaxing, low stress Monday. I know I did. So yeah, let's get into it, you guys, and see what's going on. Um, Okay, let's jump in because we're gonna cover some hot topics, and then yes, we are going to talk about y'all know they had that anticipated Baddies show last night, Baddies Midwest. I did say, we don't always talk about Chrisean, but I said, when things are going on, yeah, we talk about it too, just like everybody else. So let's start with the shade room for our hot topics and see what's going on. So let me share my screen. And you guys, Voracious, I did miss your show because I was out and about, did get home till about 11 o'clock on Saturday. But catching the replay. Everybody go catch the replay, gang, over at Voracious One's channel. I'm not quite sure what. Put it in the chat because we basically, something very specific that we're following on Voracious One's channel. So what stance and what angle were we looking at on the show on Saturday, Voracious? Put it in the chat while I'm pulling this up and put the link to your channel too. So we're going to get in here. Ooh, the rain has started. I told you about all that wind blowing, all that hooting and hollering. So it's raining now. Okay. So let's see. We're going to start with, look, I'm going to show this little picture. There probably is music in the background. Let me click it. Whoop, there we go. And so there's Kehlani. Look, what a little kind of mauve and pink hairdo. I think I like it with the waves better. She got a not her, but somebody made a song about her, you guys. It's kind of a cute song. It's called is it just called Kehlani? Yeah. But that was kind of cool to have somebody do a song about you using your name, and then she hopped on a remix. Y'all check it out. It was kind of cool. But she
Did
has
she
her own
rap?
good songs. Oh, actually, she was rapping in it. She really was. Yes, yes, yes. And let's see, speaking of music, it says, Will I Am implies release songs ahead of election dedicated to a potential Kamala Harris win. Of course, we're not going to play that. But, look, I'm like somebody in these comments. All we need is that one Jeezy song, My President is Black, because I know that was being blasted all over the place, even in
All
Anchorage,
over the place.
Alaska, y'all, when Obama took it. So, and as a reminder, you guys, tomorrow is the last day to cast your vote. Please get out there and vote. Have your voice be heard, and the way that they're going around trying to sabotage the election, and I'm not even going to say it's not coming from both ends. There's things that can come from both ends. But get out there and cast your vote, even though people are trying to sabotage, burning ballots, lighting places, where people are putting their ballots in, lighting them on fire. It's a lot of nastiness going on, you guys. So this should be interesting. So look, Plies got his song called Mrs. 47. Okay. I ain't playing to y'all. I ain't trying to get in trouble. But once again, go vote. Now, here's a little something, y'all. Look, I'm glad to see him out showing his woman off because, look, Lord knows they've been throwing Jonathan Majors and Megan Good down our throats just because he had all kind of drama and stuff like that. So this is Devon Franklin and his girlfriend, Maria Castillo, out. It looks like they were at an award show. So yeah, congratulations to him if he found happiness too. I still am nosy about why they got divorced, but you know what?
Me too.
Yeah, I'm wishing them both the best because she clearly has moved on. Look, for a while there, we thought it was a publicity stunt, but this is the longest running publicity stunt, and they together. So okay, congratulations. Now let's see what this is right here. Kamala said took some time today to hear from voters in Pennsylvania and ask for their support. There's still time to join us on the doors. They
How are you? I'm good. This is my husband, Henry. Hi, Henry. Kamala Harris. Very nice to meet you. So, how's it going? It's the day before the election, but I just wanted to come by and say I hope to earn your vote, and I want to just thank you for just giving us the time.
Well, you got my vote already because I'm going to be working the poll.
She should have knocked on my door.
These are inspectors.
Bless you.
So definitely, my husband will be voting tomorrow. Okay. But we're all supporters.
look, they
They
closed the
must
door.
have gave a big chunk. Oh, sorry. What you say?
No, go ahead.
They must gave a big contradict. I mean, a big little money, something with
Contribution.
money. Yeah, contribution. Because she ain't come knocking on my goddamn door. Why you ain't knocking on all the Americans' door, lady? I got your vote too. I'ma vote for you too. You could knock on my door.
Oh, look, she might show up at your door. You never know. And you know
Please.
what? This is what we also have to keep in mind too. Um, Now somebody put it in the chat if you know, or if you know Tamika or Voracious, put it in the chat. We got to keep in mind she has run a hell of a campaign, given that she had a short time to do it. Remember, we have to always keep in mind she only literally had a couple months to put everything together. Remember, Joe was running and he decided to drop out. And then she got the nomination. So she's run a hell of a campaign in a short amount of time. So, uh
I think
thankful
we're
to her,
prepared for this moment.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Y'all, it says Diddy's alleged NDA for his parties released. Agreement reportedly lasts for the life of the artist plus 20 years after his death. So that means if Diddy lives to be 100 years old, you can't disclose anything for until he, reaches 100 years old, and then add on 20 more years after he dies.
That man knew that he had some damn skeletons that he did not want to drift out the goddamn closet. He
Uh-huh.
knew. He like, I don't want nobody to know my demons that I hold inside.
Yep.
However, this doesn't matter if it's legal, illegal activity going on. All of this though just throws it right out the window.
Ooh, Lord. So it says Diddy's parties have been talked about forever, but now information about the NDA party attendees had to sign has been released. The document has some severe stipulations and prevents signees from sharing information related to Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, spouses, friends, or business associates. Per TMZ TV, the NDA tells signees not to photograph, film, record, or have another person photograph, film, or record Diddy or anyone in his orbit without his written consent. Also, it specifically names social media sites where attendees can't post photos Diddy doesn't sign off on. In addition, attendees are not to give interviews, write books, or otherwise disseminate information about Diddy or the parties without written consent. However, what is surprising is the amount of time the agreement stays in effect. The NDA reportedly lasts for the artist's life plus 20 years after their death, or a total of 70 years, whichever is longer. In addition, the length of the NDA varies from agreement to agreement, but this is certainly on the longer side. Ooh. Somebody said the NDA rolling over into afterlife is insane work. Somebody said it was definitely something sinister going on at the parties. That's what you said, Tamika.
Definitely.
Somebody said plus 20 years, freaky man even got your ghost under contract.
Right.
Wow. But
even
you know what?
after, like, damn.
He's so deceptive, but you know what? He was thinking ahead. He definitely was thinking ahead. Now look at this one. Somebody tried to question Rihanna. It says Riri responds to a commenter questioning why she can't vote in the US. So let me go to this initial one because she posted this. Let me see if there's music or not. Oh no. She said POV the polls with my son's passports because of course her children are citizens. So she's talking about she trying to sneak into the poll with her son's password. She said when protecting ussies and firing ussies can happen all in one vote. Vote because I can't. Tan suit season. You know, and somebody questioned, how the F can you live here and been living here if you aren't a U.S. citizen? She said, taxes, dummy. You know, we have a lot of people living here in the United States that aren't US citizens and aren't will, you know, she's uh proudly from Barbados, you know, and has residences in both places. You know, it's a misconception. A lot of her work is here in the United States, so I definitely understand why she's here, but people got to realize, you know, in order for her to be able to vote and earn the right to vote, she would have to give up her citizenship to Barbados, which she's not willing to do. It's like people, there's a misconception that everybody that is here in the United States hates their country or is fleeing their country and things like that. Like, this is America is where she had to be to become Rihanna, you know, the
Yeah, that
superstar
makes sense
Rihanna.
in
You
that
know what I'm saying?
aspect.
So it's like, you know, people need to stop thinking that just because she's here that, you know, and mainly here for work purposes, you know, it makes more sense for her to have a home in America, you know. But
And I'm
she's
a
proud of
U.S.
where she's
citizen,
from, openly
and I'm
proud
a
of where she's
U.S.
from. Go ahead,
Yes,
sister.
and I'm a U.S. citizen, and I would not. Well, if I was her, I wouldn't give up my citizenship of my hometown. I mean, my home country, because look at what's going on in America,
Exactly. Baby, you might have to flee at any
child.
time and get on over there. Look, Trump get back in
Yes,
office, you might have to flee there and take your ass on over there. Shoot. Hey,
yes.
Katina.
Hey, Katina.
So you just never know, girl. You never know when you might have to hop your ass into your home country when some ish go down. Look, I wish I had another place to. Well, I got my passport. Look,
Me
but look,
too.
I got my passport. Y'all get look. We may be Americans, but make sure you get your passport, please. Please get your passport.
Please.
Look, I didn't even realize the diddler had a birthday. It says, Diddy's children wish him a happy 55th birthday via phone. Let's see.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Happy,
Keep going.
happy birthday to.
Daddy.
Keep going, love.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Oh, is she?
Yay!
We love you too.
Love you, Pops. We miss
I
you.
can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all. And
Yes,
I'm just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all, but just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world.
That baby just want that cake. Look at her.
That's the only thing she wants is that damn
I love
cake.
y'all.
We love you
Love
more.
you.
Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
I'll see y'all in a couple of days.
Say it again.
What you say?
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.
I love you too, baby.
He just forming sentences. You go,
She-
girl.
yo, 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 Pops.
Hi, we're right here.
Chance right here on the phone too. Pops, love eating all your cake, so you're not gonna have none left.
She's literally digging her face in it.
We're gonna have to buy you a new one. Yo, she's face down in the cake right now. Say hey, Chance.
Happy birthday to Mom.
This
We
is-
love you.
Chance is right here too. If you can hear on the phone. One more time.
Hey, Chance.
Happy birthday.
Now, I was about to say one daughter's missing.
Love you too. Miss you.
I was going to say that too.
Look, her mama don't want her around them shenanigans.
Say happy birthday to Daddy.
Well, you know what? You know, he's not the first person that has been like this. The first person that really is a complete monster, but he's a good father to his children. I don't know what
I
we
ain't
can
gonna
say
say
about
he a
that.
good father or not, because we don't know if the damn lawyer was sitting on the other side of that goddamn phone telling them what to goddamn do. I don't know if
Well,
he a
that
good
very well
goddamn
may be
daddy.
happening, but you know what? I honestly, with those boys, I don't know if I'm too much gonna say on that end because I believe they've gotten involved. At least that Christian Christian is definitely one to follow in his daddy's footsteps. And
Yeah.
Justin. Now, Quincy is the only one I'm on the fence about that I don't think he really participated in all these shenanigans. But you never know. Time will tell. Time will definitely tell.
He got something on all his damn sons and he threatened them with it. That's why they like this. It ain't no way in the world that I know that you had something dealing, that I know for a fact you got something dealing with my mom. And I seen you hit my mom plenty of times. It ain't no way that this man didn't hit this woman without her kids seeing it. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. So yeah, it was the attorney at law or the lawyer that was sitting on the other side of the phone. Look, guys, this is gonna look good. You know, you got to do it like this. You know,
Show
OJ
the
hit us
family.
on a
Show
lot
the
of
family
stuff.
sticking behind you. Show the family
Yeah,
supporting you.
OJ hipped us on a lot of stuff. This is number one.
Now, I'm going to skip a couple things and I want to share this because I thought it was so cute. And they're singing, but it's not actual music. So it was like a football coach has his team sing When I See You for his wife's birthday. Now, this is the part that had me sniggling and giggling. Like, do she even know this song by Fantasia? Or you just like it because you didn't hear your player sing it? Everybody on the team damn near black. But look, let me play this for y'all. This was so cute to me. So, okay, so let's. Oh, no. Hold on, let me go back because this.
All right, last one right here. Then we're going to break it down. My wife, family, I know you're in the back. Come on up here, Em. All right. She's got a birthday coming up this week. All right. So it's a great birthday for her. Great birthday present. I told my kids all week that if we won this football game, all right, I was going to do a little celebration for her here in the locker room. Right. I'm going to need y'all's help, but we ain't singing happy birthday. Don't think it's that. All right. I know y'all sing this song at practice, so I'm going to need a little backup right here. But this is her little birthday. Hit it, Big Mike.
Oh, they are playing it. Damn.
All right, last one.
They can see. I'm gonna just play that little bit, but I thought that was cute.
The coach know damn well he never even heard that song until they had the little they was doing a little karaoke on the school bus going to the away game, and he heard the damn song from his black players, and he said, "You know what? This is a good tune."
Yeah, hey, Gold Digger.
Hi, Gold Digger. That's
That
what
was
happened,
cute.
Candy. That's what
Now,
happened.
if y'all haven't heard, y'all, Quincy Jones, legendary producer, music producer, artist, he passed away today at the ripe old age of 91. And so celebrities are speaking out following the passing of Quincy Jones. Will Smith said, Quincy Jones is the true definition of a mentor, a father, and a friend. He pointed me towards the greatest parts of myself. He defended me. He nurtured me. He encouraged me. He inspired me. He checked on me when he needed to. He let me use his wings until mine were strong enough to fly. Let's see. LL Cool J says, you were a father and an example at a time when I truly needed a father and example, mentor, role model, king. You gave me opportunities and shared wisdom. Music would not be music without you. My condolences to the entire family. I love you. Rest in the sweetest music eternally. Okay, let's see. Tyler Perry. I have a heart that's beating but broken. I have a mind that's full of beautiful memories, drowning in sadness. I'm a writer fighting to find the words. I know that death is a part of life, but watching so many of the people who have inspired me, who made me smile, laugh, dream, and hope leave this planet is really putting me in a difficult place. I was so honored to have known you, Q, and to dedicate a soundstage to you. You not only brought music and light, but you also shared so much of your wisdom with me. I'm going to miss you, my friend. Sending prayers to your family. Okay. Look, Quincy, even Albie Sure's son. Quincy, named after the legendary Quincy Jones, a man who was not only a monumental influence in my life, but someone I called family. His gift to the world was beyond music. It was love, joy, and a spirit that brought people together in timeless memories that will forever live on. My parents knew what they were doing naming me after you, a name that carries the legacy of a king who blessed millions with his magic. Quincy, you were truly one of a kind. Rest in heaven, Godfather. I love you. I love you, Kadita. That's Quincy's one of his daughters. Ice T. I woke up today to the terrible news that we lost Quincy Jones. Genius is a description loosely used but rarely deserved. Point blank, Quincy was the man. I won my first Grammy with Quincy and I live with his wisdom daily. My condolences go out to his family, who I had the honor of meeting. This one hit me. God bless you, King. Viola Davis said, "What a life, what a life. A monumental example of how giants are made and brilliance is manifested. A titan of artistry that knew no bounds in genres, no bounds in influence, no bounds. The beauty of your art was born with what others would call nothing but God would call soil. Your legacy has made you immortal, sir. It lives on not only your music, but the passionate love you had for your family. May flights of angels sing thee thy rest. Rest well." The Weekend, aka whole name Abel Tesehki, the reason. Thank you for everything, Mr. Quincy Jones. Iyanla seems extra long, and yeah, okay,
All right, we on the same path. As soon as when you
yeah.
went to her, I said, Lord Jesus.
Now look at this. Look, Serena Williams getting her little baby out here early. She out here early on the tennis court. That's how you do it.
She was doing it. Now we turn the camera. She don't want to do it. Baby is.
She's so cute.
You can take care of it.
Good for her. Wouldn't that be awesome if one of her babies really was gifted in tennis
Yes,
and she
pass down the
passed that love
torch.
on? Yeah, that would be so awesome. Yep, yep, yep. That really would be. Okay, y'all, let's get into this. Look, we were all in Twitching with Heavy last night. And we saw uh the premiere of Baddies Midwest. Okay, y'all, the link is pinned at the top if you want to come up and give your opinions on everything. But what did y'all think of the show last night? I'm gonna give my opinion real quick, and then I'm gonna move on to Tamika. The link is there if y'all want to hop up, give yours, anything like that. But here, okay, I watched the reunion. I definitely think something happened because it seems SA it runs prevalent in that family. And I'm not trying to be mean in saying that it's the truth. It's family members that have stated this. China has stated this, and I believe her on this. I really do. It kind of runs prevalent in the family, and really, we all know families like this, where SA and uh molestation kind of runs rampant in the family. I definitely think something happened, but I honestly, I think they're all used to lying and covering things up. So I don't think we're gonna get the full truth out of anybody.
And
Even
they
though
don't
the truth,
speak in complete sentence for you to even get the full truth out.
honestly, you know what? Instead of just blurting it out like that, I really wish well, you know me, Tamika. Me and you talk. I hate when people don't know how to tell a story. I want to hear it from beginning to end. Okay, this what happened one night. We were here and such, and say the names because you putting the names out. Such and such as said, "Let's play house." So me being 7 years old, I really, you know, that was my first introduction to this, and this is what happened, and that's is what happened. Honestly, the best person telling these stories, honestly, and he could be a little bit more clear, is Tristan. And I
Yeah,
believe him.
it gives you the real picture of everything. Like the way
Yes.
that he tells the story, he paints that picture.
Yeah, he
Like you
paints the
can
picture to
actually
where
imagine it.
you can understand what was going on. He tells you, he answers certain questions because, he says, don't put it on my grandmother where we were all staying at the time. She's old, elderly. She really didn't know what was going on with all these kids in her home, and this was happening under her roof. She wasn't aware. I think when you, I just think when you put an accusation out like that, you shouldn't put a one-liner. Yeah, like the time you made me eat your ussy. Come on now, you have to give. When you make those type of accusations, you definitely need to add the context so that people know exactly what went on, exactly what was said, exactly how you were feeling in that moment. And if that person wants to deny it, they can try to deny it if they want to address it. But I think when you put an accusation like that out on somebody, you need to give irrefutable testimony about what happened. And granted, you were 7, but you know what? You were 7, and you remember that happening to you. So explain what happened. Because so I don't know. Here's a comment by Gold Digger. You want to get that one, Tamika?
Yeah, sure. Trauma, so much trauma. Hey, go, sweet go. Trauma, so much trauma. Yes, Candy, that appears to be a stronghold in their family. I feel like that. Well, this is not really going down to this comment, but the way that I feel is I feel like it probably wasn't even only introduced to Chrisean at the age of 7, but that's not for me to judge. However, when Tesehki kept asking her, like, okay, well, tell me what I did, tell me what I did. Most viewers, they will say, well, she was getting down. Well, like she was pressuring Chrisean to just blurt it out. I feel like that was the opportunity for Chrisean to say, when I was 7 and when we went to the room and had stopped playing, this is what you did. This is how it had affected me as a child, as a teenager, as a grown up. The reason why I had to come stay with you was because I had no choice, or we would have went to strangers. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
could have been so much conversation with that, and that could have dealt with their healing process, but both of them came up with their guard up, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. They both came up with the guard up. Yes, Chrisean did give her a hug. I felt like as blood sisters, it should have been deeper than that. Hey, give me your baby. Like, this is my nephew. I mean, I would have just grabbed my nephew without you even. I'm not asking for no permission. That's my nephew. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like Zeus probably wanted them to fight because Natalie said it so many times in that episode. Like, well, now they're up. So, now is up. Now is up. Well, everybody know now is up, meaning it's fighting. I don't know. I just feel like they use this, and yeah, I know it brings the viewers, but I think that their healing would have brought more viewers because we have so many broken families. And this could have been a learning stepping stone for sisters to amend their, mishap and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like it's a bias ass show and they bias ass people, period.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, I'm definitely feeling like that's that, and this goes for anybody. This is not just Chrisean Tesehki. I think that this type of conversation should not have been used for views, and that's what it was done for.
No, it
There,
should have
there,
been cut
there was
out.
never an intention. There was never an intention for anyone involved, for Tesehki, Chrisean, Zeus, anyone involved. This whole sit down, that didn't need to be for Zeus. That didn't need to be for TV. You guys are sisters. You guys are a real family. That should have been done because you guys wanted to do it. And it could have been done in so many ways, in so many places. It did need to be done for ratings. That's my opinion. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
and I agree with that. I agree with that.
That wasn't the place for it, because it just wasn't done. It wasn't done um for healing. It wasn't done for healing. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on the sequence. Correct me if I'm wrong on the sequence. Chrisean only said that Did she say that after Tesehki brought up the fact that she was drinking while pregnant?
No, it was before that part. It was actually brought up when Taseki kept asking her, "So what did I do to you?" No, you said that I did something to you. So what did I do
Okay,
to you?
okay.
You are painting me out to be the M word and such and blase, blase, blase. So what did I do to you? And then Taseki said, "Well, since you are, I forgot the word that she said, but she said some type of word. Oh, in paired. She said that, well, since you are impaired, then let me allow you to remember." And then that's when Chrisean said, "Oh, I remember. I remember when I was 7. You used to da 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 da." And I'm like, whoa.
Okay,
So
so
I mean,
the
we did
sequence
get the
did happen
contact.
how I said. So she did bring that up after Taseki brought up her drinking while pregnant.
I felt like she brought that up after. I think she brought that up after the fact.
Okay, okay.
It was because Taseki has said, "Well, let me help you remember since you are in impaired because of the little bus that the little jumping thing." That now that was the subject when they was talking about who had jumped to, and then that's when she said, "Well, maybe you are in impaired. Let me help you remember." That's what Taseki said to Krishan. Krishan said, "Oh,
Mhm.
I remember. I remember a lot. I remember when I was 7 and you made me do that on you." And then, that's where it went down for all that. Now, what I
Okay.
don't understand is chastity. Now, the best friend didn't serve Taseki not in their purpose. Now, I know people say she said if. She said if. Well, that's still like, it's just like being on the stand and then you have the jurors, judging you. Well, if you saying if, then you're giving me an example of what may have occurred. So the best friend should have never even been there to give her 2 cents. But for Chastity to be at that
Mhm.
table, she should have been the one that say, "Krishan, no, let me stop you because that's not what it is. Taseki, let me stop you because at Meat Village, whatever the hell they said, this is what happened." Like, I feel like Chastity going silent just confirmed what Krishan said, honestly. Oh, Gold said something. Go. Oh, wait. Barisha said right. Gold said the setting was not the right setting. Guards up on both sides for sure. This is deep water. This is deep waters. A professional counselor would have been better to help meditate their brokenness, pain, anger, and betrayal. Yes, because it
Yes,
would have
that's
been
why
a question.
yeah. That's why I feel like it was just done for sensationalism because
Just for yes,
there was no one there to facilitate that conversation, and that really was needed. Nothing came of that
something to
conversation but
concern about.
even more hurt upon compounded upon hurt, because there was no one there with the ability to facilitate anything. Chastity damn sure
Yes.
couldn't facilitate that conversation, and nor could Taseki's best friend. Why wasn't there
No.
someone with this type of things and the explosive dynamics between them, even if that had not been revealed, right? Even if that had not been spoken upon, there still needed to be a professional there to help them heal their relationship because they're not going to be able to do
Yeah.
that on their own.
Because after every allegation that came out, even with the jumping part, it should have been a pause. Okay, now let's get to the jumping part. Taseki, what happened with you, Krishan? Please do not interrupt because they talk over each other the whole damn time. I know I couldn't even comprehend what the hell was going on because I can't listen to two people at one time. So it
Mhm.
was even hard for me. So just imagine everybody else. But like a counselor should have been there, but look, Zeus don't have no counselors other than those celebrity counselors that don't even matter.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't even like celebrity counselors because they're there
Me
with an agenda.
neither.
Yeah, like for
Yes.
instance, Iyanla. I wouldn't have wanted her to be there. She comes with an agenda herself, you know? And to me, a lot of times seems to make the situation worse.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been a therapist that no one knows about. I know the Braxton had a therapist on their show. Now everybody don't like the Braxtons, but that therapist that they had on their show, I think she was like a grief therapist mixed with a mental therapist, stuff like that. But Trina was like using her. And I felt like she was a good therapist because, yes, I mean, she wasn't really like a celebrity therapist, but she was an accurate therapist that got down to what they was actually hurting. That's what this family need, honestly speaking.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
they're all
all broken.
protecting
They're
their
all
dad, of
broken.
course. They're all protecting their dad. I get it, but I don't get it, honestly. I really don't get it. Like, if my parent do something wrong, I'm gonna give my parent up. I don't care what y'all say, but that's just me. So, like, I don't understand why they're protecting their father when actually their father was the one that started all of this molestation stuff. Like,
And grab that comment by Cherry Blossom. Hey, Cherry Blossom,
hi,
welcome.
Cherry Blossom. Welcome. Cherry said, oh, she came in with a comment. Zeus didn't want them to heal. They wanted them to fight. And they
That's
did
what they did.
because
That's all they
Natalie
wanted.
said it. Natalie said it. And then Tesehki said, Tesehki was literally talking to the producers while the show was airing because she said, "Oh well, I'm only here to do what I'm supposed to do," or what uh, around that those lines. I'm never gonna fight my sister now, though. I be wanting to slap all three of my sisters. Oh goodness, y'all just don't understand. I be wanting to slap them so bad, but I would never do that. You know what I mean? Like
Look,
I would say I'm gonna slap you, but I'm not gonna slap you unless you really get me there. But I'm not gonna do that.
now, look, I'm looking at this comment by Voracious. Get on up here because I would like to know, like,
Not
literally,
they
you're a
need me. Oh
professional.
yes,
Yeah,
she
you're a
is.
professional in this. Get up here. What do you think should have been done in this situation as a professional?
Gold said Chastity was frozen and wanted Chrisean to be quiet. Yes, she did. And not
Yeah,
speak on nothing. Definitely so. And yes,
exactly,
too
because
much
you
talking
so much
over
has
too
been
much
said about
aggression.
you, Chastity. She didn't want to open up the door. She didn't want it to be like she was sitting at the table, damn near with her head down the whole time. Like, oh my
But she
god, I
got
wish.
something
I,
on her record
exactly,
concerning a
because she has
minor.
so many skeletons in her closet, and she's participated in molestation and things like that. And I believe Tristan when he said, you know, the female Mookie. Yeah, you and your brother have had relations and been kissing all in the mouth and everything else. You have participated in that. So you definitely shouldn't have been at the table like you're some type of mediator.
She labeled herself as Mookie's wife. That is sick.
Mookie's
That
wife.
is sick. Yes, that is sick.
Ugh,
Like if
I know
you
she was
go
going
in
by the
her
female Mookie.
stories,
Mm-mm-mm.
child, if you go in this girl's stories, you would think that they up here go voracious. You would think that they really had something going.
Okay, Voracious, given your
Voracious.
background, maybe tell everybody a little bit, and how do you think this whole thing should have been handled as a professional? Okay, we can't hear you. There you
Okay,
go.
because I forgot to turn off my YouTube and I was hearing everything double going crazy
Oh,
for me.
okay.
I'm sorry. But yeah, last night it was like, as for me as a therapist, it was hard and hurtful. Why? Because they just sat them in a room to hash out this very sensitive topic with no type of professional person there,
Yeah.
right? So, what do you expect to get out of that? You know what? They expected a fight, but
That's all they
I
wanted.
felt exactly that was all they wanted, and I felt like God told Kashawn like keep Junior there, so it wasn't. And because of Junior being there, uh, Tasiki didn't react because she wanted to react for the show because that's what she's all about is for the show. The whole family thing, I don't even think like she just want her name out there. She want to be out there. That was apparent last night. Because walking in the room, okay, like you paying attention, she walks in the room, she walks past her nephew and her sister. Like, I don't care what's going on. Anybody who has some type of love, some type of good in their heart is not going to do that. Because if I never see my nephew, right then, I'm going to see my nephew. I'm going to hug
I'm
my sister.
grabbing my nephew.
Forget the TV, forget what everybody else want. That's what you're doing as a human being, as a person that cares about your family member. But for me, Like if we didn't know before, Homegirl is about the TV and that's it. So I don't really got too much for her, but I do feel like they should have had some type of therapist there if they wanted to work something out. Like
Mm-hmm.
Natalie Nunn is nothing like that. Natalie Nunn is very
Hell
messy.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Very messy. Because then she gonna drop onto Siki, oh, we going to see Chrisean and whatever. I feel like even though I feel like the Siki already knew that, because I don't feel like her facial expression when she heard it,
It was
even
giving
though
very
she
much
tried to have
scripted.
a dry look, she didn't. She already knew what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think the whole way they went about it, it was all wrong. It wasn't about the benefit of a family and growth and get over some stuff. Um, I
Not at
mean,
all. Not at all.
I'm gonna say I am happy that Chrisean was the more adult in the situation last night for real, because she did get up after her sister walked past her. Because most people they wouldn't have even obliged, but she did get up, go over there and hug him, and then you know what I'm saying, like hug her sister. So that showed like some growth in her to me. And as far as what's her name, Chastity, when
Mm-hmm.
Chastity went and started to pray, and then she couldn't pray. So now I feel like there's at least two sisters that was sitting back and they was like, I'm not even partaking in what a higher power is, and that is Tesehki and Chastity. So I don't even know why such Chastity tried to bring that out. I feel like she tried to bring it out because she know that that's what Chrisean and what's the other one? I can't think of. Like I can't keep up. It's too many of them people.
Chastity,
Not Chastity, the one that
Tifa,
was always praying online with Chrisean.
Tessa,
That's Tessa.
the
Okay,
cook.
is that the cook?
Child, I don't know, but I seen her goddamn food the other day. I said, this girl is not no goddamn chef. I don't know
She's
what
not
y'all
no chef.
looking at, but I would not be purchasing not their
No,
goddamn food out of my aunt
she's definitely not
backyard.
no chef.
Hell
Her meals
no.
don't
I'm
go
sorry.
together.
I had to
God
say it.
forgive
I
me,
had to
but
say
her
it.
meals don't
Her
go
meals do
together.
not go
So she's not
together.
a
She
chef.
be having roast with white rice with big
Yes.
mac and cheese and like corn on the cob.
And half the
What?
time it look overcooked.
Yes.
Yeah, like, do people know
Like,
that corn is a
did you have
starch,
the pot
guys?
on? Did you steam it? Was your fire up really high? Like her fire looked like it be up
Uh,
high all the time. Yeah.
but that is my gossip about her. Cherry Blossom said, why did Tifa not? Oh wait, why Tifa not pissed at Tristan? She didn't get jumped and she didn't have PTSD. When she said she had PTSD, I said, well, she must be talking to one of her lawyers because she tried to get a case up for her already. Talk about she got PTSD. Child, you a fucking eater. Really, you were a
Right.
licensed boxer, if you ask me. Your hands is licensed. Yes, yes, Cherry Blossom. It really did seem like they were looking for a fight, but that would not be in Krishan's best interest. She's still on paper. They could care less. They would like to jail. Wait, they would like jail for her. With this statement right here, I feel like this is why Krishan should have never even did a deal with them because you know that you're not supposed to fight. Now, thank God that it didn't turn out that way. Thank goodness. But I mean, what if her sister didn't have that much restraint and she would have launched at Krishan? You know what I mean? I mean, it would have been in my best interest to pass my baby and start, fighting. But yeah, I feel like she knew I would never did an obligation of that. Tifa asked for this to be on TV. Tesehki did not show any natural love towards her nephew. She was agitated that he was there. She said she couldn't do what she wanted to do because of the baby. Isn't that her nephew? His name is Krishan. That part heavy.
Right. I agree with that.
Mhm.
100%, because the way she was like, and the baby's here. Like, could you imagine your nephew being there? You'd be like, oh, the baby's here. Like, I don't imagine that. You know what I'm saying?
I think she was saying that because she really wanted to fight her, and she like, I can't fight her because of the babies here.
Why you so what? Why you want to fight your sister on TV anyway?
Well, that was the goal. That really was the ultimate goal, and I think Krishan knew that, and so that's why she. Because to be honest with you, I wouldn't have even wanted my baby in that environment.
Me the hell
Like
either.
like if anything was going on, I personally I would have said beyond that introduction, okay, take my baby safely offset, while I continue this. But um it's kind of been put out there before, that is her older sister. And I think even though I think Krishan will fight back and stuff like that, I think she does have that ingrained fear of her older sister in her a little bit.
And I get that because I would have had my baby too. Let me have an older sister like Tesehki. Yeah, my baby
Yeah.
would have been on my
Yeah.
goddamn lap because I know
And
that
that's
my
not,
sister
yeah.
ain't going to hit me with my baby in my lap. I know
Yeah.
that that's like, I know that that is her drawing point.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use her drawing point because she not about to beat me up in front of all my millions of fans. I would have did the same thing if I was Krishan in that
Mhm.
aspect. Yes, I would
Yep.
have.
I think she definitely played it like that because just to, not have anything happening between them, um as far as physical violence, and I think she knew that would be the only way to keep Taseki off of her, and they were going to do that. That was the plan, and she knew that. So honestly, I don't think any of us would have wanted our baby to be in that situation, but I think that was why Junior was there. um I just think the whole situation, it's a sad situation. And I think everybody involved, instead of the internet and running to YouTube and running to Zeus, I think everyone needs some real healing. Like that family, every individual in that family is effed up and needs real healing and real help. And I really hope that they get it because it's needed and necessary.
I feel
Um,
like they not because they
no,
looking
they're
at
not.
it about a money grab. Like they're all money hungry. So they're looking at it from a money grab. They never had bulks of money like how they have it now. So if Zeus telling them like drama sells, this is what sells, this is what's gonna pay this and pay that. I ain't gonna feed you for 24 hours, but I'm gonna give you liquor, but I still need you to do this because I'm paying you this and that amount. They're all
Hmm.
going towards that. And that's so sad because you're literally selling your soul. And you're selling your goddamn family out too.
Hmm.
Because Taseki been fighting her sisters on TV. This is a pattern for Taseki. She tries to little girl her with violence. She is 7 years older. She has probably been bullied by Taseki most of her life.
More than likely, more than likely. Y'all
But
have
I
any
don't
fun?
want to
Mhm.
put. Sorry, go ahead, Candy.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't want to put all the like and I don't want to choose sides, honestly speaking, because when you talk too fast, that's when you start to look crazy. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what if Tasiki really is telling the truth? Now, although we heard Trish's story and stuff like that, Krishan probably had a different story than Trish's. But it's just like that's why you don't want to get fully involved because you don't know who's lying. Like you don't know who is lying and who's telling the truth. Because at that meeting, they was all lying. Krishan was
Mhm.
lying. Taseki lied. Yeah, I mean, y'all all heard the lies, right? I ain't the only one that didn't hear Krishan lie.
Okay, let's address this real quick before we get out of here, you guys. What do you guys think about them saying, or Natalie saying at least, that Krishan really doesn't have a show coming out? Do y'all think she's just lying, trying to play things up?
I think she might not have a show on Zeus, but something else might be going on. But about the go back at the other part, when what's her name? Tesehki homegirl was talking, she kind of confirmed what Chrisean was saying. Like if you was really listening to her, because she was basically saying about bringing that out in the open, which is the basic problems with families today. Is like it's all these secrets and stuff. Oh, don't tell them. But we finding out that if you get these secrets out, like people get better from them. And I think that what's her name? Tay. I think
Mhm.
Tay confirmed what Chrisean was saying. I don't know if Tesehki caught that or whatever, but yeah, she definitely confirmed that Chrisean was telling the truth because she was saying, "Oh, you wasn't supposed to say that out in public to people. You're supposed to keep family stuff to family."
And and I hate that whole thought. It's like, when it gets to that level of things going on in your family, no, outside people need to be involved. Because honestly, I believe that mentality right there is what keeps um the essay going in families. I really do.
I agree. I agree.
So, yep.
That's why
Okay. Any
I be
fun?
like, really, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you want to get that off of people. People don't. You shouldn't hold that on you because that is too much weight. And I think about like our older family members and stuff like that. All the stuff, like even in my family, all the stuff that people had to hold on to and things that was
Mhm.
going on, they was like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." No, it wasn't really okay. You know what I'm saying? They needed to talk about it. So everybody, I feel like it's not because I'm a therapist I'm saying this, but I really feel like you need to talk about it, and that's how you get better.
Amen. Okay, y'all. Any final thoughts? Drop them in the chat before we get out of here.
But I feel like it's a win and a wear to talk about it too. Let me hit the comments. Katina said, "Heavy, she's not telling the truth." Rock said it in the sit down. I remember when Chrisean said on Ultimate Tag interview with Fox, she talked about growing up, being abused and being choked out. Who was doing that to her as a child? Question mark. She said that it was her dad that had choked her out. But if y'all remember, Chastity had the exact same story. Now I ain't alluding to anything. I'm just putting that out there. Yes, V1, that is too much weight to carry in your heart for too many years. Especially if your predator acting like ain't shit happened. Like, child, I know the true you.
Mhm. Okay.
And I agree with you, Heavy, that it's a place, it's a win and a wear, and it's a setup that's supposed to happen. Because if it's set up all wrong to do things, it is a disastrous situation and it is only harmful. So I definitely agree with that.
Okay. So, y'all, we got to tune in a little bit, keep up what's happening with this. Where will these allegations go? What more is going to come out? It's like, honestly, I be thinking like they didn't put so much out on their family. What else can be said? My God. Okay, we got a last one from Cherry Blossom. Did you get that? You got that one, Tamika. Okay.
No, I didn't. I just posted.
Oh,
She
okay.
said that the reality is one really listens to each other. Wait, the reality is no one really listens to each other. It is hard to have a conversation with a narcissist, and that pushing Tifa was doing was doing caused a reaction. She also said, "I don't think Rock was going to tell it."
Until she kind of felt forced to. That's a strong possibility. So, yo, honestly, what I'm looking to see, okay, y'all put this out. Where are you going from here? I want to see, okay, ladies, where are we going from here? Like, where is y'all family going from here? Because all y'all need some help, and that's not being funny. That's y'all need real help so y'all can heal from all this. I mean, it's always going to be there, but you can make it better if you guys genuinely want it so y'all can move forward, so y'all can be healthy. Like, all of you guys are women with kids. Y'all think about this.
Multiple
All of you
kids.
guys are women with children. Like, none of this trauma that they've been through has made them because some people go through trauma to where they don't want to have kids. They either don't want to pass that type of trauma on down to their kids, possibly abusing their kids in any type of way, physical, any type of way, emotional, verbal, anything like that. And then, we have a family here that loves to populate. They they don't mind having more babies and bring more babies into this situation. And you know what? I will have to give it to China, because I heard China say just recently, I want to talk about this so this is not passed down to the next generation of kids in our family. I heard her say that.
Rock said that last night also.
And that's the realest thing. But that's the realest thing. So this does not keep passing down to this family. It ain't like they got one child. Look, they got kids. They got kids. You know what I'm saying?
They really do. It's about 3 generations already, maybe 4. And just to think, so if y'all doing this to Tristan, what other grandchild that y'all did it to? They have a whole lot of females that is older than Chrisean. Chrisean isn't a older aunt. She's like a baby aunt. Like, like they be like, oh, that is my baby aunt, basically. So she got nieces and nephews that are older than her. If they were playing house with Chrisean, they were playing house with those other little kids too.
Exactly.
So
Because that's how it
everybody
goes. This stuff gets passed down. And we already can see from when we're listening to it, it's just, it gets passed on. Yeah. So you know what? Prayers to everybody involved, because it is definitely a crazy situation. Definitely a crazy situation. And honestly, I hope they get real help. Not going on Zeus. That's not Zeus. Zeus is exploiting all of you. They're not trying to help you. They're not trying to help you. They're exploiting all of you guys and exploiting your pain, exploiting your trauma, for money. And I just hope that they recognize that, and actually really want real help, so that their kids can grow up in a healthy environment. So that's what I'm praying for them. Okay, you guys, it's been real. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you to those who catch the replay gang, and we'll see you tomorrow, you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Later.